this show is to make people realize that meet the new boss, same as the old boss, right? Neither of them are going to give you affordable health care. They're both in bed with the corporations. They're both in bed with the military. Trump's ending a war in Ukraine, and he's trying to start another one in Yemen and Iran. Could be easily World War III because Iran is aligned with Russia. You know, George Carlin had talked about we have the illusion of choice. And that's exactly what Carol Quigley was saying.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Illusion of choice, and every 4 years they get to throw the bums out, but we just replace them with the same bums that are controlled by the same people. Right now, Bernie Sanders and AOC are doing a nationwide tour, and all of a sudden they're fighting the oligarchs. Now, they weren't fighting the oligarchs for the last 4 years, even though more billionaires, almost twice as many billionaires, backed Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as backed Donald Trump. So they weren't fighting those oligarchs. The ring.
Damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Is waking up, I guess, a little. Let's listen.
California is projected to lose 3 seats, New York 2. Also going to lose a seat, Minnesota, Oregon, Rhode Island, Illinois, all blue states.
And that's because people are leaving those states. And what Bill doesn't realize, that's what the open borders was supposed to make up for.
Who's getting these? Texas, Florida, Idaho, and Utah. I mean, this looks like game over, you know, and the reason why people are voting with their feet is a lot of what your book is about.
Yeah.
Taxes and regulation. I certainly have been screaming about it forever. I did 3 years with a sign here that said, how long is it going to take me to get my solar hooked up? 3 years. Talking about it on television in this state. You couldn't do it. This state has almost 400,000 regulations. I just put in a new roof because the fire, I thought, oh, let's get a roof that's not going to burn up. 2 inspections. Why are you inspecting my roof? It's my fucking roof. If it falls on me, that's my problem.
I mean, imagine if the Democrats are all in on hating Elon Musk, and here we go.
Tim Walz just got on stage to gloat about the decline of Tesla stock.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So,
you know, you'd think for a man who ran for vice president, the fact that people are painting swastikas on Teslas might be a good reason not to align yourself with them. Nah. How about the fact that they're throwing Molotov cocktails at Tesla charging stations? Nah. Or the fact that they're lighting Teslas on fire. No. None of those reasons are good enough for Democratic politicians like Tim to stand against terrorism rather than demonizing Tesla.
That was very well said. There's a saying, and I'm going to butcher it, but it's when you're fighting monsters, you need to be careful you don't turn into a monster. The liberal class has turned into monsters. They've been cheering on the FBI, which is the natural enemy of the left. They've been cheering on the CIA. They've been cheering on lawfare. They've been cheering on forced medical experiments. They've been cheering on the corrupt FDA and the corrupt CDC. And they've been cheering on and repeating propaganda from Big Pharma and the corporate media. They've become the thing they're supposed to hate. They are the monster now. The Democrats are all in on hating
jobs.
Here we go.
Tim Walz just got on
and
stage
if you
to
want
gloat
some of
about
those
the decline of
Teslas,
Tesla stock.
saying on my phone, I don't